a drum. It's called a limberjack. It's a dancing man, and it's an old Appalachian craft. You know, a long time ago, before we had TV, families would gather on the front porch. They'd share stories and make music together, and maybe somebody was talented at carving, and they could make a limberjack. So, since it's an Appalachian mountain instrument, I combined it with an old Appalachian story and stole an old Appalachian song, Old Joe Clark, to provide a little music for it. And I think once I get started, you'll see why he was the perfect man for this story. It's a story called Aaron Kelly. To play it, I have to sit down on the paddle and work him on the stick. Aaron Kelly died one day, but the next week he returned. His family begged him on their knees to take the rest he'd earned. Fare thee well, Aaron Kelly, fare thee well, I say. Fare thee well, Aaron Kelly, go on back to stay. You see, Aaron Kelly died, but he came back. The Kelly family, they were worn out from grieving and the burying, and they were sitting around the supper table one night when there was a knock on the door. Well, Miss Kelly went to answer it, and when she opened that door, there stood a gleaming white, bony skeleton. But even without his skin, she recognized her husband. She said, "Aaron!" And Aaron Kelly pushed his way into the house. He said, "I come back to keep my eyes on you." And he pointed to his wife. Well, Aaron's mother saw him. She said, "Aaron, you're dead. Go back." Aaron said, "I ain't going back." Aaron's father saw him. "Son, it ain't right. You're dead. Go back." But Aaron Kelly pointed to his wife again. He said, "I come to keep my eyes on you." You see, Miss Kelly, she was still young. She was still pretty. Aaron Kelly was not going to let her get married again. No, sir. No way. Not over his dead body. Aaron Kelly, he came back to save his family pride. He'd never let that wife of his become another's bride. Fare thee well, Aaron Kelly, fare thee well, I say. Fare thee well, Aaron Kelly, go on back to stay. But Aaron wouldn't go back. No, he just sat around. You know, before he died, Aaron hadn't been all that much help around the house. But now that he was dead, well, he just sat and complained. He couldn't eat. He said he didn't have the stomach for it. He didn't help at anything. He said he couldn't move a muscle. And he argued with everybody, his mother, his father, his wife, his children. Seems like he had a bone to pick with everyone. But one night, it all changed when there was another knock on the door. Well, Aaron Kelly himself got up to answer it, and when he swung that door open wide, there, in a new suit and a fresh haircut, was the town fiddler. Aaron knew why he was there. The fiddler had had his eye on Miss Kelly for some time. Aaron said, "Fiddler, I bet you're surprised to see me. I'm not a bit surprised to see you." The fiddler said, "Oh, oh, oh." But Aaron dragged him inside. He said, "Come on in, fiddler. Maybe you can play us a tune. It's been kind of dead around here." So the fiddler sat down, but he was shaking so bad he didn't know what to do. But Aaron convinced him to play a song, and the fiddler opened up his fiddle box and he started playing a mournful tune. You know, the kind of tune you'd hear at a funeral. But Aaron said, "No, fiddler, play something lively. You know how much I love to dance." Oh, and Aaron did. He'd been a fine dancer. He was going to show his wife he was still the best dancer around, dead or alive. So the fiddler opened that fiddle box and he began to play. Aaron stood up to his full height. He was snapping and tapping and whirling and twirling, but his bones, they weren't used to moving all around like that without any skin wrapped around them, and they began to bend and break. And Miss Kelly, she saw it happening. She said, "Fiddler, play louder, play faster." So the fiddler did. Aaron Kelly loved to dance, but he made the fiddler quake. But when the fiddler played his tunes, Aaron's bones began to break. Fare thee well, Aaron Kelly, fare thee well, I say. Fare thee well, Aaron Kelly, go on back to stay. Go on back to stay. But there was Aaron. He was dancing, snapping and clapping and whirling and twirling, and the teeth were flying out of his head, and his fingers were falling off at that first knuckle, and his elbows were coming off at the hinges, and his kneecaps flew out, and it wasn't long before there was just his skull hanging in midair before it joined that pile of bones on the floor. And when his skull hit the floor, that fiddler jumped out of his chair. He ran away, never to be seen at the Kelly house again. And Miss Kelly and Aaron's mother, well, they got a little broom and dustpan and they swept up every little bit of Aaron. They put him in a box, wrapped it up tight with rope, and buried it even deeper than his coffin had been. Aaron never came back, but you know, he got his wish. Miss Kelly never got married again. What young man would come to call? 'Cause Aaron might come back. Aaron Kelly got his wish. His widow stayed in black. What young man would come to call? 'Cause Aaron might come back. Fare thee well, Aaron Kelly, fare thee well, I say. Fare thee well, Aaron Kelly, go on back to stay. And that's the story of Aaron Kelly.